Okay, so for number 1, we're going to change the expression into one with a radical. So the rational exponent into a radical expression, and then simplify as much as we can. So we're looking at the cube root of 64 raised to the 5th power. So the cube root of 64 is 4, and then we're going to raise it to the 5th power. So again, take your calculator. Don't, you're not going to do this by hand. So 4 to the 5th power is 1024. Okay, so number 2, it's not a numerical expression, but we're still going to use the properties to change it to a radical expression from rational exponents to radical. So it's the cube root of x to the power p. And that's all you write. You could also write it the other way that I showed you. So you would do the root of x to the p, like that. So either one's fine. Okay, so this one we're going to take the cube root of negative 512. Now remember, because it's cube root, we could have a negative. That's fine. So the cube root of negative 512 is negative 8. And we're going to square that. So negative 8 times negative 8 is 64. So for number 4, we're doing the 7th root of 3 squared. So 3 squared is 9, so the 7th root of 9. And we cannot simplify it anymore unless we use a calculator. So we'll just leave it like that. Okay, so for this problem, the negative, notice the negative is outside of the parentheses. So even though this is an even root, because 6 is an even number, it's okay because this negative is going to always stay outside of the radical, not inside. Okay, because what's being raised to the 5/6 is the positive number, not the negative. Okay, so we're going to write the negative of the 6th root of 729 over 64 raised to the 5th power. So the 6th root of 729 is 3, because 3 to the 6th power is 729. And the 6th root of 64 is 2. And that's being raised to the 5th power. So then 3 to the 5th is negative 243 over 2 to the 5th, which is 32. And again, if you don't know these from, by memory, just take a calculator, 3 to the 5th, and then you'll get the negative 243 and so on. Okay? So number 6, we're going to take the cube root of 0.125 and then raise it to the 4th power. So cube root of 0.125 is 0.5. And then now we're going to raise it to the 4th power. So 0.5 to the 4th is 0.0625. Okay, notice with this one that only the W is being raised to the 2/3 power, not V. And how do we know that? There are no parentheses around VW. So that 2/3 is only affecting the W. So you're going to write V times the cube root of W squared, like that. Okay, or you can write it V times the cube root of W squared. Same thing. So number 8, the first thing we're going to do is change the decimal to a fraction so that we can change it to radical expression. So negative 32. 0.6 is 6 over 10, which reduces to 3 over 5. Okay, so 3 over 5 is 0.6. So then we're going to do the 5th root of negative 32 and then raise that answer to the 3rd power. So the 5th root of negative 32 is negative 2. Okay, and now we're going to raise it to the 3rd power. So it's negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. So that's going to give you negative 8. Number 9, we're going to go backwards now. For the rest of the problems, they're going to give them to you in radical form. and you have to change them to rational exponents, okay? So this one becomes y. The power is 5 and the root is 7. And that's all you write. So number 10, the base is -6, and then the power is 6 and the root is 7. So that's all you write. So for number 11, the base is 3, the power is 15, and the root is 3. Okay, and this 3 right here is this 3 right here. And then this 3 right here comes from here. Okay, so that simplifies to 3 to the 5th. Take a calculator. 3 to the 5th is 243. Okay, for number 12, notice how there's parentheses around the pi and the z, so that both of those are being raised to the third power. So we're going to put pi z, put parentheses, the power is 3, the root is 4. And that's all you write. For number 13, again you see parentheses around the BCD. So all three of those variables are being raised to the fourth power. So BCD, parentheses, we're raising it to the fourth power, and the root is 6. So 4, 6, you can reduce 4, 6, so this becomes, BCD to the 2/3 power. For number 14, remember, if there is no index in the radical, that, like no index right here, no number, we know that it's a square root, that it's 2. So this becomes 6, the power is 6, and the root is 2. So then reduce the exponent. 6 over 2 is 3. So 6 to the 3rd power, plug it into a calculator, is 216. So for number 15, the base is 32, the power is 2, and the root is 5. So 32 to the 2/5. Now this is the same as, we know that the 5th root of 32 is 2, and then we're going to raise it to the 2nd power, so that's going to give us 4 as our answer. So this is equal to 4. So for 16, the base is 4 over x, and then the power is 9, and the root is 3. So I could simplify 9 over 3 as 3. So to the 3rd power, like that. And 4 to the 3rd power is 64. And then x to the 3rd power is just x cubed. And that would be the final answer.